I love reading manhwa, and I'm an active reader. Others may find us weird, but they don't know the satisfaction of finishing a masterpiece where the writer has poured all his passion and daydreams. I spend most of the time reading and exploring different manhwa in various genres. Hi guys, my name's Wizard, and I'm a rapper and songwriter. But also very passionate about manga and anime. Here are my best selected and interesting mangas you should read if you love exploring in modern times. Selecting and rating are difficult things, so I hope that my personal ideas don't upset you. In this video, there are 10 manhwas that I'm currently suggesting to have the plot focused around cultivation in the modern world. They are in no particular order. I just listed them as I thought of them. So yeah, let's get started. 1. Modern Day God. 20 years ago, Ling Fei was just an ordinary boy, living an ordinary life on Earth. Until a certain person appeared, and that's when he found out that he was entangled in some shady secret from long ago. Obviously, he was not supposed to know the secret, so they killed him, and he died like a dog in the street. His life was supposed to end, but it did not. He traveled to another world, and he was arrived in the spirit realm, Road of the Key. And in here, he found the road where he belonged. He was able to practice chi arts. He was able to travel to the ends of the spirit realms and fight against demons and gods. But he never thought that he would also die in the end. But guess what? He did not die, but got summoned back to Earth from 20 years ago. Look. This one is very decent. An ordinary young man accidentally gets involved in a conspiracy from the pre-Qin dynasty, gets assassinated, and gets pulled into the pre-Qin dynasty, where he opens an extraordinary road, slaying gods and demons. But in the end, he's betrayed and killed, and ends up back on Earth 20 years ago. You know, the MC is very centered, and neither kills for swag, or is one of those horny idiots just chasing ass. The story is not that deep, and there's a feeling that something ain't being told. Number 2. The Frozen Player returns. When Seo Junho and his companions sacrificed themselves to defeat the Frost Queen, they thought they were restoring peace on Earth. But after 25 years of being frozen, Junho thaws out, only to find that 9 more floors appeared in his absence. And only one of them has been cleared. As the only one who holds the key to clearing the next floor and defrosting his friends, Junho must step up once again. This manhwa could went 2 ways. It could have been really bad or really good. And luckily, this manga went towards the good way. Mostly because of how the main character is. For all the chapters that are released now, the main character has made his goal extremely clear. And that is to save his frozen teammates. And he takes no detours or distractions while trying to achieve his goal. His personality ain't uncommon per se, but it doesn't make it any less enjoyable. If you like reincarnation stories where the MC is strong and continues to get stronger, then this is it for you. There are definitely some moments that you really feel for some of the characters, but the main appeal of the story would be action and the MC destroying people and stuff. The Lone Spellcaster. The world is on a threat from some interdimensional monsters, and only the chosen ones, awakens, can defeat them. Sure, it sounds exciting, but it's a far cry from reality for ordinary office worker Dong Ho Kiao Park. Was more worried about landing a big business deal that could save his job. That's until one day Don Yok meets one of those monsters. And their meeting causes him to manifest his true powers, a rare and powerful ability. And with his new abilities, he goes on a journey, slaying gods and demons, but mostly interdimensional monsters who wanna eat his ass. I know this is a solo level type of manhwa, but it's actually quite good. It's more a good inspiration than plagiat, and this manga deserves to be read. I had a good time reading this thing, but sometimes it lacks its own little identity. 5. Return to Earth to be a god. He had been missing for 8 years, but no one thought he would be in some other world, cultivating for 8,000 years. But luckily, he came back. He returned to Earth, looking for his sister. He couldn't find her. But what he didn't realize is people loved his sister, and he had to fight all the major forces on Earth just to find her. But luckily, our man, our protagonist, is a powerful alchemist and an excellent fighter. And those that provoke him will end up dead in the trenches. You know how it is. This story is about Zhang Ling and his sister, because they have been close since they were young, until a chance encounter 8 years ago. He met a beggar that claimed to be a wizard, and without his consent, the beggar wizard pushed him into another world. While he was chilling in the other world, he became a supreme being, but he wasn't happy. You know why? Because he missed his relatives. His heart was crying for them. So he returned back to Earth. The first thing he did was trying to find his sister. But like I told you, people love his sister. He has a lovely sister. Everybody wants his sister. So he had to fight everybody just to find her. Well, I highly recommend it. It has a great premise. It will really satisfy you. Number 6. The Gamer. Jihan loves gaming more than anything, but still comes as a shock when one day he suddenly acquires powers that superimposes RPG characteristics onto the real world. You know, tasks like going to the store for his mom initiate experience earning quest, and everyone around the boy displays levels and stats above their heads. But what starts as a mild curiosity suddenly becomes all the more real when Jihan discovers that there are monsters to be killed, special kills to be earned, and others who have similar abilities. You know, in a world where chakra or chi gives certain people special powers, we follow Jihan, who has the unusual gamer ability. Because of his ability, his entire life is like a role-playing game where he has to do quests or he has to hunt in order to gain experience and to level up. Great Dr. Ling Ran. Ling Ran studies medicine, and his goal is to become the world's greatest doctor. And luckily, he obtains the Golden Finger system. This system provides him with a high degree of medical expertise. With the help of the system, what medical height can the intern Ling Ran reach? You know, this remains one of the best doctor manga stories I ever read. It's different from other ones. Our MC doesn't become good when he gets the system. He was already quite good and a dedicated student. You can feel his love for surgery and medicine through the whole story, and the system only enhances that. The way they deliver medical knowledge to you makes it easy to understand and it's not overbearing. The art is good, and the characters aren't just background fodder. We get to see how the MC grows and how that affects not only him, but also others around him. The way we see him progress to the different styles of operations is simply too good. So if you love medicine and you love reading medical manga, then this story is the one for you. 8. My nanny psionic. Failing his heavenly trial, the deadliest poison master is sent to the modern world and given a new body. Determined to pass the trial this time, the poison master has to train harder. But before that, he's given a daughter to take care of. The story is really good. It features Yazun, a martial artist master who was reincarnated into the body of a man who just died. So basically, he's a walking corpse. So he thinks it's gonna be an easy trip, going back to the top. But something's changed. He didn't realize that the man or the corpse that he transferred into had a child. So now he has a child. So yeah, that kind of changed things, huh? But whatever, he's making sure that the little girl is always happy and is taken care of. But seems that he has even more things to do. He has one more job to do, and that is enacting revenge on the people who killed the previous owner of his body. Once again, I must praise the artist because the characters are damn well made. Most of the characters are pretty well written and they make sense. But I must admit, the main character, the protagonist, he's kind of weird, man. He's kind of hard to read. But other than that bullshit, this is a great one. Yeah, I should read this. 9. Rookie talent agent knows it all. Yuho, the protagonist, seems to have it all. He has a successful job and is married to an A-list celebrity until he is sick, and that's when he realizes his shallow friends ain't his friends. So yeah, he dies. But unexpectedly, he awakens 10 years in the past as a rookie talent agent. So yeah, so now he can put things right. Let's talk about this. This is a light manhwa about a second chance at life of an idol actor manager. This ain't something I would usually read. I love battling stuff. War. Gang violence. But I must admit, this one really lightens up the mood. I like it. I like this plot. And I highly recommend it. Even if you don't like the idol world and those type of things, you should read this. You're gonna enjoy this. Number 10. My ass class hunters. Eugene is an F ranker, overshadowed by his little brother, an S ranker. All he does is get in his brother's way, causing trouble wherever he goes. But when a simply routine dungeon raid goes wrong and costs Eugene his brother's life, Eugene decides to step up. He decides to use the wish granted if you clear the dungeon to reset his timeline. The plan was to lead a quiet life from now on, but now it turns out that he can help other people become S rankers. You know, the story starts on chapter 5. The events before are just a prologue that set the stage, and you shouldn't really be bothered with that. I very like the central premise of the story, where Eugene is able to recognize the latent potential in others and is able to draw it out using certain keywords and stuff. I hope that he will remain weak, and that the story will instead focus on the high-class hunters, which he finds and then raises like little chats. There's a lot of potential for this story based on its premise, but it will have to improve the way it portrays the dynamics and bonds creation between characters. But overall, this manhwa is a great one. I highly recommend it.
So yeah guys, this is it. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Please don't forget to drop a like or a comment. And don't forget to subscribe.